Hey there, Mary Beth here.
Karen,
We're INTEGREALTY, along with our little assistant, Miss Lydia. She's just hanging out with us today, as she usually does. You don't always get to see her on camera, so hopefully she will cooperate with us and stay nice and quiet. We'll see. Forgive us if not. So we're addressing the elephant in the room today.
yes, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
And we know you've heard about it. You can't have not, unless you have not turned on your radio or your TV or your phone or anything else. You've heard about the NAR, National Association of Realtors, and their settlement.
And everything going on there, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so hopefully we can kind of clarify a little bit. I do want to say, it is about as clear as mud right now. Mm-hmm. And so we do not have all the answers. In fact, the answers that we are getting are creating 100 more questions. So,
well, and I think what's important to know is that this settlement agreement has not been finalized. It's not been signed by the court yet. It is expected to be, but it hasn't been.
Yeah. Yeah, and so until that's done, it's all a big guessing game, and people are just sensationalizing it in a little bit because it is big news. And there are going to be some big changes happening. We just don't exactly know what those look like yet. So until we do, we don't want to speak to those too much because we don't want to muddy the waters even more for you as consumers.
Well, we want to make sure that what we do impart is the truth and what is really going on with each step. So as we understand it and learn it, and the settlement is signed, then those steps will become a little more clear to us. And as they do, we want to make sure to keep you informed along the way.
One of the things that's being spread is that buyers specifically are no longer going to be required to pay a real estate agent. The fact is, you've never been required to. Anyone has always been able to sell their home on their own or go and buy a home on your own. Is it always a smart idea? Maybe not. You know, it depends on your situation, and that's why we like to call ourselves real estate advisors, because we advise you along the way. We have access to information that the general public does not, and we do not want you to make the biggest purchase of your life without knowing as much of that information as it affects you as possible. So Karen and I want to remind you as the consumer that whatever changes are coming down the pike for real estate, you are our top priority. You are the most important person to us.
Our fiduciary duties, what we have done to earn your trust in your business, that's not going to change.
Yep. Now, we might have to talk with you, and we already have been making some of these changes even long before this settlement took place within our own personal business. But this is a kind of a case-by-case conversation that we need to have with each client. So it's not really something that we can just
blanket
statement on this video. But if you are a buyer and you are coming to us to interview us and maybe hire us as your buyer's agent, we are going to have specific conversation as it relates to NAR and the IAR, which is the Indiana Association of Realtors, and how that affects you and your specific situation. How we are going to get paid to represent you, and it might look a little different, but there are still going to be options.
Yes.
And that's what it's not going to be the doom and gloom that we seem to be seeing on the media right now. As difficult as it is to shine a light in a mud pit,
we're trying.
We are doing
We've got our flashlights on.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to message us on whatever platform you're watching this. Comment. Email us. Our phone number is available easily for you to find. Call or text us. We want to answer as many questions as possible And as we said, we're not going to have all the answers because it's still in flux.
It's ongoing.
Yeah, but as things do start clearing up, we will do our best to keep you informed. We'll probably do some more videos like this and kind of put some more things out there as we do know a little bit more. Anything else you can think to add?
No, just know that as a potential buyer, potential seller, that we are going to keep you informed and that you are what is important to us.
Yeah. One thing I do want to address that I just popped into my head is this idea that this settlement is going to affect your home value. Something that is absolutely false is that we add our fees onto whatever your home value is. And so, no, that is not how your home value works. Your home value is your home value. And so when we do comps or comparison analysis, we look at what homes are selling for. We see the actual value. We get into the nitty-gritty of how your home is similar and different. We make adjustments and we determine what the market at the moment is saying your home is worth. Does that mean a buyer will pay that exact amount? Not always the case. Sometimes they'll pay more, sometimes they'll pay less. But the fact is, your home's value does not come from our predetermined number. We get that from the market and what homes in your neighborhood are selling for. So I do think that is something really important to address as it applies to the noise that is out there.
Yes.
So.
And commissions are negotiated.
Yep.
That's just how they've always been.
Yep.
And will remain that way. It may be a different look of how those commissions are determined,
Yeah.
but they've always been negotiated and they don't have anything to do with the value of your home. So if you are a seller, you don't need to worry about that. If you are a buyer, we're still here doing exactly everything we've ever done for you, from our initial meeting to negotiating through the entire process, to driving through and around and showing all those homes for you and negotiating your strongest position.
Yep. And I would like to also add that whether we are representing you as a seller or a buyer, you have our loyalty far beyond the transaction.
Absolutely.
Because as we've always said, we are here to make friends and to become your extended family and take care of you as such. So we aren't trying to just make a buck off of you.
No.
That's not our intention. Our intention is to earn your trust and
build long-term relationships.
yeah, so we're available long beyond your home sale, your home purchase, because let's face it, there are some times where things come up and you need us even afterwards, and we're here. So that's what we wanted to reiterate with this video, is that yes, we hear the noise too. It is confusing, it is frustrating. There are so many different sides to what's being said out there. Know that we are on top of it. We are paying attention. The IAR, Indiana Association of Realtors, and the National Association of Realtors are sending us updates as they're available. We are reading them. We are staying in the know as best we can. And we will answer questions as clearly as we can once we have the actual answer.
Yeah. And as you can see, all the noise out there has put this little one to sleep.
Yep. So with that, we'll put this video to bed for now as well. Take care, reach out to us, ask questions. We'll do our best to answer.
Take care.